Hey everyone, it's Chanel in the City with Chanel Omari here at Cubico Studios, and I'm here with one of my favorite musical actresses from one of my favorite off-Broadway plays, Ruthless, which is now a movie. So cool. She is incredible. Her voice is incredible. She has a heart of gold, and I am loving her. Please welcome the fabulous Kim Maresca to the building.
Thanks for having me, Chanel.
Thank you for doing this, especially with such a busy schedule. You are a pro.
Are you kidding me?
I made her wait for a little bit, but it's all for good fun. It's all for
it.
Yeah, it's worth it, right?
And now we're best friends. So
And now we're best friends.
get some quality time.
And we're going to talk about, I want you to mention to people what you started, this club that's exclusive that a lot of our single ladies are going to love.
Okay, all right, so I'm starting a club. I've got like 4 amazing girlfriends in the city who aren't friends with each other. They're just my own friends from different circles. They're all fabulous. They're all single. I'm going to turn this into a little club.
Love it. And it's invite only, right?
It's invitation only, by invitation only. It's just going to be like a little, circle of people you can go to. We need a +1 to this thing. Want to see Toy Story 4, but no one to go with. A restaurant you're down to try. Check in the Single Girls Club.
Like, what kind of girl do you have to be?
To be in the Single Girls Club? Well, you gotta be single.
Okay. Right. Right. No married people trying to pull any chicks here, okay?
And I don't know, we just want cool, interesting, down-to-earth, nice, fun, smart, funny women who want a little network.
Do you feel like when you're dating or you're going on dates, do the guys know that you're this musical star?
Absolutely.
They do.
Love me or leave me.
Tina, sing and dance for your blind mother. Oh, she loves to entertain. Yes, she'll return her cane. Thank you for calling goodbye.
So the show, one of the major themes of the show is this young girl who is dying to be a star and will do literally anything to be a star. This is pre-reality television.
Right.
So when I say do anything, think dark, folks. Think dark.
Like sell your soul in so many different ways.
Well, you're gonna have to watch the movie to find out.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. I like that. I'm dying. Yeah, now I'm dying to watch the movie too, because the movie is also different than the actual, right? A little bit, or is it the same?
Well, so the movie, it's a filmed version of the London production. So it's different in that it has a different director and a different cast.
Right.
But the script is the same, the music's the same, the themes are the same.
Which is also incredible to me that, like you said, a lot of times when they make movies based off musicals, they do use different actors. But in this case, they used you with the same character, right?
Well, I got lucky there.
You're pretty cool. My friend's pretty cool, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because I want the audience to understand that it's already hard to become this musical Broadway star, off-Broadway star, but then it's even harder to become a movie star. And I don't think people get that. I think they need to learn from someone like you that, hey, it's a lot of work. So yeah, how did you get involved in the play, and then how did you get involved in the movie?
Well, the getting cast in the off-Broadway revival was just amazing luck. It was like the universe coming together at the same time. I had actually been working in finance. I was working a desk job when a director I had worked with 5 years ago put my name in to the producer of the off-Broadway revival, and I just got extremely lucky. But I had also used the money that I made working in finance to produce my own cabaret show. So
Right.
it was like I was telling the universe, I might be doing a grown-up thing right now, having a big girl job, making money, but I'm not done with you, theater. And then somehow the universe heard and answered in a year after that cabaret show, I was doing Ruthless.
Which is so amazing to me that and even though we spoke about how you've had this dream of becoming a musical theater artist and actress since you were a kid, but sometimes you have to take a break and do other things to make money, pay bills.
Yeah.
But who's to say when everyone's like, well, you have to be in the industry for years straight, and you're like, no, I was able,
you know. That's why I don't really believe in ageism, because Broadway theater performing, that's not going anywhere.
Right.
I can take care of myself and my soul and my wallet and my life, and still, continue to work on my craft. And Broadway and auditioning is going to be there when I'm ready for it. And I just, in my case, which is, I understand a little bit off the beaten path for other, musical theater artists, it was the path that was right for me, and everything sort of happened at the right time.
I love that. And what goes into playing the character being, you know, essentially the momager, right,
Oh my
of
God.
this show.
Well, it's funny actually. My character in the beginning of the show, I'm the mother to this girl who's
Right.
dying to be a star, but I have no desire for that whatsoever. I'm perfectly happy being a simple little housewife and taking care of her and taking care of my husband Frederick.
I love it. She's so talented.
But then at the end of Act 1, I discover that I have talent. And I'm like, screw the kid. I'm becoming a star.
It's really though, and not to compare, but it is kind of like how we poke fun at, we love Kris Jenner and the Kardashians, but we poke fun at that formula, but it's been done since before time.
Yeah.
And you discover this. That's interesting. Because
Yeah.
we haven't seen, I feel like, a show like this since 1992,
I
which is
don't
Ruthless.
think there really is anything else like it.
No.
And the credit there goes to the writers, Joel Paley and Marvin Laird, who are, you know, insane geniuses. And, you know, they were influenced by, like, All About Eve, that film from the, I think it's came out in the 50s.
Yeah.
And that was a, like, heavily influenced Ruthless. And that's about a woman coveting another famous actress's life and the
Crazy.
extremes she goes to. And now it's just like taking on this whole new thing in 2019.
Do you feel like, because I've met you and you're such a humble, cool, down-to-earth woman, what do you have to do to tap into that kind of character? Like, because you do talk about a lot about the film and the show being a lot about narcissism, and do you think we all have that in us?
Yeah,
You do.
I think so. I think
That's honest, though.
I think, you know, I think it comes out in different people in different ways, in different levels, but I think everyone has a little bit of, I mean, narcissism is such a dark word, has such a dark connotation, but,
Right.
you know, just the idea of hopefully being a little bit proud of something in yourself and wanting to put it out there. I think everyone has some of that, or at least should.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
I feel like you're so honest about that. You know, I was talking with my mom the other day, and she's like, I just raised the, you know, she's a Jewish girl from Queens, and I just raised the narcissist. I was like, well, a reflection of you. Thanks, Mom. But it got me thinking, and I said to myself, especially when I researched you, and I, you know, so clips from Ruthless, which I'm definitely going with all my musical theater friends. We're going to watch the full show. Get your tickets.
BroadwayHD.com. Well, show's
Right.
closed.
Show's closed. I'm saying
Show's
movie,
closed. The movie.
though.
BroadwayHD.com streaming.
Make sure you stream that. We're going to stream that too. When I feel like the show will come back, right? Because it's seasons, or
Bro,
is it just one time?
Your lips to God's ears.
Oh, I hope it does, so I can go and watch it 30 times in a row, because I love off-Broadway shows. I love you.
Aw.
And I think it's hard to tap into that character. That's my point. I think that people are like, oh my God, I could be an actress. It's like, maybe they should spend a day with Kim Maresca
Uh-oh,
and know
maybe.
how hard it is.
I don't know, maybe.
Because you have to go through
Maybe
voice
she-
lessons
Oh,
and
that.
coaches and acting
Oh, yeah.
and you know, a lot of people in your head, a lot of opinions. So how do you separate all that and just
Well,
focus on the craft?
This is something that it's taken me a really long time to understand. You are what you are, you offer what you offer, and you do your best version of you. You cannot try to be someone or something else. You have to find what's unique and great about you, and you put that out there. It took me a really, really, really long time to figure that out.
Did you feel like you had to train yourself throughout performances, like
You're
to
always-
figure that out, or you're always?
You're always training, and like training is a good way to figure that out. And I had this amazing teacher, Betty Buckley, who's a Broadway legend in her own right, like absolute legend. And she said something to me that made so much sense. She said, Kim, there is no arrival, meaning that you're never going to get to a point where you think you're good enough, so you're ready to go. Go put yourself out there. You did it. You're there. You've arrived. That's not how it works. You're always working on yourself.
Right.
You're always working on your soul, on your voice, on your heart, on your mind, on your technique. You're always working on something that's going to make you the best artist you can be.
You know, everyone says this is your breakout role, but I've known about you for a long time. You've been acting for a long time. Would you say there was a point in your acting career where you're like, you know what, I know it was when you went to the finance world, but did you ever say like, I'm giving up? Or was it more so?
It's funny, you know, yeah, I took a job so I could get by, but I never actually said to myself, I'm giving up. I never, like my mind and my heart never actually said, I'm moving on from theater. Never.
Love that, because I think a lot of us say to ourselves, we fear the dream, and we're like, oh, I got a job, it's paying my bills, I love that about you, that
Yeah.
you continued and continued to go, and look where it got you.
I know, like I said before, like it's a weird, like, roundabout path that I was on, but it worked out the way it was supposed to, I think.
And how many hours goes into the actual show, and in comparison to the movie?
Well, I mean, Ruthless is a short show, so, you know, it only runs an hour and like 40 minutes, but that doesn't mean that that's the only time I'm working during
Right.
the day. You know, every
an
decision I make during the day, everything I eat, drink, any physical activity, how much I speak, use my voice, socialize, it's all in service of the show.
Right.
So it's like the hours are constant. And the film version was actually more because they filmed the performances at night, but then during the day when there weren't audiences, we were filming on stage then too. Which is actually kind of an interesting experience because I got a rare treat, which is something you don't get in musical theater, which is I got to do multiple takes.
Right,
Yeah.
and then it gets you like perfect for that night, but it's exhausting too, and it's a lot of work.
Oh my God,
Like you
8
can't
shows
go
a week,
partying
oh my
the
God,
night
yes.
before and think
No.
you're gonna wake up and know
No,
your
no, no,
lines,
no.
which is a lot of people who are fans. I always try to teach the audience, like, if you want it, just work for it, because you can't party and like chill and
No.
drink and expect to know your lines, and a lot of people need to know that, like, it takes a lot of work.
Well, a lot of discipline.
Discipline.
A lot of discipline, yeah. But, you know, I'm not really one to go out and party.
Let's talk about a big charity event that you hosted. You were one of the hosts. You were a singer.
I wasn't the host, but I was one of the many awesome performers on Fran Drescher's annual Cancer Schmancer.
Right. I
dinner
love,
cruise.
so cool. Cancer Schmancer.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the cause and how you aligned with Fran Drescher. That's like a huge thing.
Well, Fran is awesome, and Cancer Schmancer is awesome because, you know, she's not just raising money for cancer research. She's raising awareness for ways to avoid cancer in the first place.
It's genius.
And to avoid dis-ease, dis-ease. And it's so smart because if we all just did a little bit of research and, you know, tapped into organizations like this, we could learn a lot about how to prevent getting sick even in the first place.
Yeah, I always, and that's so funny that not funny, but interesting that you say that, because I think a lot of us are ignorant towards that, and we always think, if we have something, God forbid, we'll fix it. But sometimes it's too late.
Yep.
And so, is there any also way we can donate still to the cause?
CancerSchmancer.org.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
CancerSchmancer.org. Who were your musical influences growing up?
Okay, so one of my earliest memories, and it's like so strong, is of dancing around in my family living room with my father blasting on his little 80s speaker, Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I feel like me too, but
Still my favorite song of all time.
it's amazing. That's what I'm saying. It brings you back to that memory of just like a good childhood, or like what you wanted to be, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Can you give us like a little taste of that?
I fell in love and lost my senses, spinning through the crowd. And when the night falls, my loneliness calls. Oh, dance with somebody.
Oh my
I
God.
wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody who loves me.
I mean, live.
That is
I've
that
been
is
in the
many
music
keys,
industry.
but it's not one of those keys was right.
I've never seen someone belt it out on a podcast with no equipment like that. You're a true talent.
Oh my God. Thank
You are a true talent. You always look really sharp and cool, and you're like the fashion girl. You just did Fashion Week. You're doing Fashion Week in September. Tell us one staple all of us ladies need to have in our closet.
Denim jacket.
I mean, you heard it from the expert herself, okay? I just wore this. We happen to wear it at the same time, but look, now I feel like reassured.
This thing changed my life.
It's amazing. We also, I feel like we should be hearing, you're working on comedy coming up, you're working on other movies, music. Are we gonna hear a single from you hopefully soon?
You know, I don't write my own stuff, but if you want to hear the Ruthless soundtrack, it's on Spotify.
Spotify. Hopefully we do hear a new single from you. Listen,
Yeah.
there's music writers out there. Anyone you'd like to work with? Oh my God. Who's like, I know there's probably many, but who's someone you would love to work with as a songwriter?
Stephen Sondheim.
Okay.
musical theater.
If he's
legend.
listening to this,
Yeah.
Steven, you got Kim Maresca, got $1 billion on your hand. I don't know what you're waiting for. But apparently, I'm going to say what we're all thinking. I love you. I think you're an amazing talent. You're an incredible human being. I look forward to collaborating with you. I look forward to cheering you on the Emmys and Oscar, whatever your heart desires, you deserve it.
Thanks, Chanel.
Where can everyone follow you?
Well, I'm on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Kim Maresca, just my name.
And we could download all the music from Ruthless on all the music platforms.
Yes, the Off-Broadway revival cast recording is available on Spotify, and the movie version of the London production is available streaming right now on BroadwayHD.com.
Make sure you go to BroadwayHD.com. I'm binge watching it all weekend, all week. You can swipe it up on our Instagram. You get to watch it directly, and it's free.
It's a fun show.
It's a fun show, and you get to see this incredible talent. Don't yell at me later if you missed it, okay? I'm just saying. Thank you so much, Kim, for being here.
Thank you, Chanel.
That's awesome.